peeps, welcome back to Wee Trees. At the end of the last episode, we had a big old drought incoming, and our focus for this episode, apart from admiring our beautiful willows, is gonna be surviving this drought with only these 4 food-grown quadrants that we've got going on here. And unfortunately, I may have to delete some of these bits of food, because we need this irrigation hour here to be all the way under here, keeping this whole area nice and green. Now, thankfully, in the last episode, if nothing else, we got this big plot of water going. We've got a beaver currently planting some mangroves. But if we hippity-hop away from our little food-growing rectangles for a sec, you'll see the big pool that we got in the last episode never filled. So we cannot use this for irrigation. We are up Sheets Creek without a paddle or any water. Well, with that dramatic intro over, the first thing we need to do is pause 1, maybe 2 of these hooses, because we do not have enough food and water supply for 125 beavers. I mean, look, they're all hungry as is, and we have food. Now, for those of you that have only joined the channel during Under Pressure, we have had massive issues with our little irrigation system underneath here drying up. And I do believe it was drying up during like 2 and 3 day droughts and stuff, so yeah, we need to do something about it. And this is the irrigation system I was referencing. We need to connect this laddie over to this laddie here, because this laddie has a direct line connection to the big old lake, whereas this underground water system is all blocked off by tree levees and big massive power dams. Now let's dive back underground to our pressure system so we can follow this line along here and find out exactly where it's gonna pop up. So if we do a quick D to the left, we start seeing water, so directly above us is where we need to start demolishing to. Oh, that is an unfortunate amount of bait! And it's only 40% ready. We cannot wait for that. Beavers, demolish these, please. How about the dandelions? A day and a half. I reckon we could wait for the dandelions and the grapevines to get harvested, and then we're getting them out of here. Well, for now, beavers, since I'm going to be demolishing 2 gather our flags, let me replace at least 1 round the corner, because our population is about to be dropping. Now, unfortunately, I'm having to use the old loosen the terrain and get it up 2 blocks down. Because as much as I want that block demolished, I do not have any catalyst to make this remove terrain object. And if I want to get catalyst, I have to get a barred water rig, and they are hella expensive. Look at all of those resources are required, man. Especially compared to the resources we have on hand. So yeah, now beavers, loosen the terrain beneath that block, ideally. I'm going to go ahead and assume that that is an update for the mod. And the second these 6 logs are picked up, I'm going to be getting amongst loosening that terrain there. Oh, here we go. Oh, yes! I didn't even ask. I didn't even get a chance to ask, are we going to crash or not? Well, yeah, now we can get those up to maximum priority, as well as demolishing that dirt all the way out of here. Oh, straight in, did you see that? Old mate was like, oh, you want us to swing me hammer? Nay, bother, war kid. Oh, I'm seeing some grapes on the vine. Let's do a speed 3 while our leaf coat picks them off. And now, unfortunately, you need to demolish these beavers with a maximum priority. I wish I could... Oh, it's been picked up! I was going to say I wish I could prioritise picking up those logs. But now it's a matter. I can go straight in to loosening that terrain there. Oh my god, the beaver bangers, plant murderers at that! Banging away on the dot. Well, may as well get another loosened terrain up and ready, and we'll ask the beavers to pick that up with a quickness. And looking at these dandelions here, they're at 99/100%. Why don't we let them get picked up almost immediately while we plop in some loosened tool factory. Some loosened terrains on the side here. And then once this beaver's done, we're taking them out. We very much need to be efficient beavers here, like. Oh, look at that! I forgot to maximum prioritize it, but the beavers chucked a shovel in there anyway. What an absolute leg end. Nothing to do in range? Get paused. Oh, and something I did while I was checking that the game wouldn't crash. I plopped this gatherer flag down because I noticed we still had some alive berries up here and we, well, need all the food we could possibly get, don't we? Which, considering how full they are, maybe I should plop a second gatherer flag up here, prioritising berries. Now, I've never done this before, but I'm going to prioritise the warehouses themselves by haulers and see what happens in regards to, say, random little flags being full. I'd usually just prioritise the random little flags, but I'm curious. And I've just popped on the loosened terrain where the path is. So beavers, I'm actually quite surprised you still can. It must work like TNT. But keep walking across that path until it's no longer available. Ooh, and I just spied we've got blueberries over here. I'll certainly be taking those. Oh, look at all the berries over here. All right then. So we need to be, unfortunately, chopping down a pine. And look at this. I just put a normal path down. I completely forgot I was playing a Bobingabout mod. Where's this hedge path without any sort of path against it? Because that's gonna really run the edge. I'm even going to create a little path about because I love the path about with the hedges. Look at the little hedges moving the wind. Oh, the hedges are even better than they were before. Oh, yes. I was already excited to be playing with the leaf coats, but yeah, we can. It's all better. Alright, peeps, here we are. We've got our army of leaf coats demolishing and slamming shovels into the ground here. We just ticked our 3 days of our drought. How are we doing? Down the bottom of the map here. Oh, we still have pressure. If naught else, that is grand. So once this water level's dips down, then it's gonna go. Hello, leaf. Oh, dead leaf at that. But once that dips down, that's when we're going to start losing pressure. And I've been contemplating ways to sort this little issue out, especially considering it's going to be a pressurised system before too long. And I think we need to go ahead and get rid of this double platform. And pick up those logs in the next 15 days, beavers! Now I'm just checking on this gatherer flag over here. They're doing right when it comes to storage. Now does that mean that there's heaps of berries now knocking about in a bit berry house? I love how I clicked the beaver. I couldn't have timed that any better or worse. But yes, we've got all the berries stacked up there. Look at all those berries! It's only 10 pixels wide, man, the fill bar. That's just scary. Oh, blooming heck. The beavers, well, we did have the beavers banging away over here, so it does make sense that the beavers got some craft done over here. I do believe we just simply need to get all of those gone, as well as all of these down here. And the way we're going to keep this system underneath here pressurised, whilst also allowing this to be open top, is by diving in this hole here, virtually, not literally of course, and plopping a sluice down. And that's our one-way valve here. That's not closing above any sort of downstream depth, but we'll have emergency close above 0% contamination. Now, as you can see, that is currently too far from district, and it can't be reached. That's alright, we need to pop a ladder down here anywho. And the way we're gonna do those ladders is having one on the side here, one on the back here, and then one on the back there. Oh, the beavers love me. Well, what that does, critically, is allows us to get down into the water level, then get down to this ladder level here. And because of the way the ladder's orientated at the bottom, we can go both ways, forward to build the sluice, and backwards to pop a big old hole in the wall to connect directly into the lake here. And the direct lake connection is how we're going to keep the water topped up our ear. Oh, look at this, we've got a beaver banging in the bloody bottom ladder already. Top lad. Oh, it's actually going to be the last one. It's in. Now, what paths do we put down here? This is a straight utility path. It's going to be path with railings. All the way down the bottom here. Well, let's check on how we're doing over here. Ooh, not bad. We've got 3 more demolishers we need to demolish. Well, 4, but we're going to be doing that somewhat tactically. Yeah, now, beavers, demolish those 3 demolishers, please. You know what, actually, I can start replacing some of the dirt here. We do not need that open, or any of the rest of this. You can start hammering in dirt, beavers. And you know what, actually? Let's go up to speed 3 for a sec here. Oh, and press a different button. And once these are all gone, I'll just plonk the dirt on the tippity top there. Perfect. Oh, but yeah, now, beavers, before you do that, pick up the rubble before it disintegrates. And you know what, peeps? I reckon this could make for a fun, wee speedy up bit. We might even get the beavers planting the plants at the end. Alright, that's enough of that. How come none of ye's told us that I only had one row of grapes here, and it was all off? I thought the internet was full of OCD eccentrics, but no, apparently not. MiGly Plays channel. Oh, rip the mangroves. They were almost grown enough to get some logs out. But if nothing else, we can get some logs out of this bit ladder here. Hopefully within the next 15 days. But now that we've got the last of these plants cropped in here, I think it might be time to demolish the loose dirt with a maximum priority. And then once the beaver's finished banging away with this bit of dirt, well, once he's clocked off for lunch, came back, banged away a bit more on here, then, once that's actually done, are the beavers all clocked off or something? Looks like the beavers are clocked off. I'll catch back with you tomorrow. It's the morning time, so let's catch back with the beaver, who's banging away in this hole here. Why? But now that we got this beautiful little hole, we need to fill it with a big old sluicey boy. Hopefully the beavers can reach that, because I was one off with my hole. See, my hole juts out to here, and I want to get maximum amount of pressurised irrigation in here, so the sluice is sitting level, so we get a full, dodgy little square here. And the beavers aren't saying they can't reach it, but they haven't dumped any resources in here. I thought you were to build a beaver, but you're not. You're a little grape picker. Let's watch these grapes get picked straight off the bloody vine. And now surely, while we're watching the grapes get picked, we've got a beaver plopping in some materials over here. No, what's going on? We've got 1 billion beavers. We've got 12 workplaces. And hang about here. Our water level is went up. Water numbers went up. You see, it's up to 2,000. It was like 1.4k at the beginning of the episode. And that is why we're halving the water slurping capacity. We have a lot of plant murderers, like. I don't seem to recall having that many lumberjack flags lying about, so what's going on, beavers? Why is all murdering everything? And yes, if we've got loads of beavers with nothing to do, then we're unpausing this hauling post. Oh, look who it is! It's battery smooth! But guess what? Bobingabout's mod has not got the update in to make them all blue. So it's just a regular old undercover leaf code. Oh, speaking of undercover leaf codes, or what's under the cover of the leafy trees? Yeah, that's definitely a segue. Some of you might be screaming at your screen right now, saying, "MiGly, you've put a sluice facing inward here. You've put a sluice facing inward here, but you haven't put a sluice anywhere near here." And I'll say I have. But it was at the end of the last episode, so probably 5 people actually saw it. There's a sluice right here in front of the dam. But we need to get to it, so let's go and square on and ground up. And then once we zoom out, we know that this bit of land here that has a hedge path on it, that is 10 out of 10, if I do say so myself. And we are certainly not going to demolish the path. So beavers, pick up the willow. Oh, the beavers banged this in straight away. The battery smooth moved into it. Hang on. We've got 2 battery smooths, look. We've got a battery smooth in here and a battery smooth in here. I thought that was against the law myself, like. But I suppose experimental updates on early access mods, you get what you get, didn't you? Speaking of get what you get, look at this shit show here, man. What's this supposed to be? What was your bloody vision for this, MiGly? How are you going to make this not a monstrosity? No, like, I'm genuinely asking, because I have no idea. I suppose I could think about making this something here. Let's try and fix this corner. We'll start with one corner of the big, massive, many-cornered tree at once. Oh no, the music stopped! A big bug! Alright, there's the hauling post / fix for this little area. Now, I do very much have to get away from here, because the game is consistently crashing when I'm around that area. So let's just check on our sluice, baby. Oh, hang on. What are back in here? You see, opening that little hole down there actually helped us out, and that wasn't even the intended help. But I'm very happy to have absolutely nothing else reset this 6-day drought resistance. Even if we do have 20 days left of this drought. Oh, is this the beaver? That's banging in the sluice. Nah, what we got left on the sluice then? 2 more planks and we'll be absolutely giraffing up here. Oh, and the beaver's got this willow out the way. That means we can get a shovel in the ground and loosen that terrain up with a quickness. Oh, actually, looking at this, in 9 loosened terrains time, we can actually delete the tool factory and the land beneath it and plant more bloody eucalyptus down here. Oh, I can't get down there. I was ready to walk off, but no, I'm not allowed down. I'm just allowed to bob a boot on top of the eucalyptus here. Oh, this is grand. Any beavers? Oh, you banging in the block? I was going to stand on it, but I'm not allowed. I probably shouldn't be anywhere near it in case I cause a crash. This'll do though. Yeah. Go on, beaver! You can do it! Yes, you can. Alright, now watch yourself, beaver, because there's going to be another beaver coming along to start hammering on this block, so make sure your tail's not there and doesn't get caught under the hammer. This is not a leaf code auction. Oh, and having a look down the hole, yeah, we have a sluice in, which means we can get a lovely fancy pants bit of terrain blockage on there with a maximum priority, and because we do 2 rows of each, this is going to be, well, once it's plopped in, a dandelion. And looking at this, we're up at 2.1k water. All of these definitely... Alrighty then. So we're going to pause all of these water slurpers here. Ah, that is the last thing we needed. Genuinely, the last thing we needed here. We needed all of the water. We're not even halfway through with drought. Oh, and I don't think I ever said. Well, this episode is all about, do we survive the drought or not? It's a genuine question that I do not know the answer to. All I know is I'm happy getting all me berries picked from our here. Assuming there's a beaver actually grafting in here. Once they make the long walk around, they can start picking up the odd berry or 2 before they inevitably get hungry or thirsty and have to walk all the way back round. Although actually, if you're hungry, you should just be able to have a nibble on a berry, shouldn't you, mate? I just wanted to hop in first person here and just admire wee trees. I probably shouldn't look over that direction too long, but I believe that's the hauling post up and running there. I cannot believe these were all going for so long. We really... Nice. Nice one. MiGly. And as I was saying, we really need as much water in this lake / irrigation system as possible. Otherwise our beavers are gonna bloody cark it. And why do we have berries sitting on there? Mate, there's 2 of yous. Why are none of yous picking up the berries? You're sitting there, prioritised to pick up berries, and you're taking your sweet time with it. Do you not understand the situation we're in? Do we actually need more gatherer flags? Because that's not a problem, you know. I'll pop some more down. I'll even unpause this secondary backup flag up here. I mean, we do have a significant amount of gatherer flags. Like, how do we need more? That is a good problem to have, and I am actually not complaining in the slightest. Especially when I've still got 7 beavers without doing no workplace. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, no. Oh no. Do I need a path here? Is that connected up? That's connected up. Okay, go away from there. And we'll watch this number go down to 0. If I had pressed the correct keys, you would have seen it go back down to 0. And don't worry about the 15 homeless beavers. I'm certainly not. Ooh, look at what we got here. If push comes to shove, a plant murderer's paradise. Some freshly grown mangroves. I would like to keep those topped up, you know. Like, I really genuinely would. Do we... Oh, I mean, we may have the water unintentionally. Oh, don't look at the district centre too close. But yeah, unintentionally, we may have the water since all of these laddies were unpaused. But, do I? Yeah, go on. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Once I make some mild readjustments to the pathway, of course. That way we have a space for our fluid to dump. Ooh, and yeah, nah. I definitely like the old path about with the railings. This corner piece is gonna get deleted, so there's no path about. But we will have plenty of access for our fluid dump to dump its clean fluids all the way down here and hopefully keep this all topped up. Beavers, how did you get on plopping this sluice in down here? And the answer to that is, I made some progress, but we haven't got the whole thing in yet, Mr. Cupcake. And you know what? Fair enough. We are in a proper plank desperation situation here, like. I have got 6 of these, all of them making planks. Not filled with pine resin, you what? We have the pine farm here, full of resin, and a tapper shacking away. Are you telling me that one tapper's not enough for this tiny little pine plantation here? Because if that is what you're telling us, we can easily build another one, you know? And I may or may not have just seen there that we need a tapper shack to get the maple syrup from, well, these maple trees we've got gone along here. Oh, seeing the mangroves all growing up and that. I really want there to be water in here, and I want yous to survive. I so desperately want yous to survive. You've only got 6 days. We need to keep yous alive for another 11.3 days for yous to not dry out and die. Oh, there's going to be some ask that, like, well, we'll try. Oh, stay from the district centre. We'll try our best. Just like these gatherers will try their very best to keep up with berry, grape and dandelion production. Oh, boy, Beavers, get your ass doing the tree across the bridge here, while that box of rocks, slowly but surely, drops under the water. I was a bit shocked there. I'm not used to having 100 odd beavers. There was a lot of beavers piling up on that bridge there, wasn't there? But we're making canny work on the bit tapper shack here. And we've got a beaver next to this bit tapper shack, banging up this bit willow here. Unfortunately, it was in the way. And what it was in the way of is another pruning flag. Because you notice, we can't reach all the way back here, coincidentally enough, where there's no bloody picked vines. So you know, pruning flag up here, and I'll just say that was a mild oversight on my part. Now looking at these gatherer flags around here, it looks like me prioritising the warehouses instead of each and every one of these flags has worked. Brother, why are you not keeping all of these green? Can you please keep all of these green? Can you at least, like, top it up? That's why I wanted your maximum priority, because I figured it was going to be a losing battle once the water got down. But you prioritised my haulers and everything, just spit the water. Oh, mate! It's the tiniest little bit, surely one of yous can do it. Tenor, where are you, mate? Because you're not in there. Or if you were, you'd be putting a bit more water out than that, surely. I mean, I don't use fluid dumps very often, but I genuinely thought this would be spot on, you know. Oh, you know what I could do, actually, if the beavers have got this sluice in here, which they haven't. I was going to say I could close the sluice, but we need to plank it up first. So I suppose for now... Oh, 16-day drought resistance, yo, what? Why does it say 6 there, then? If it's 16? I mean, they're still going to dry out and die if we don't do anything, but... Yeah, that's weird. Eh? And this one says dies in 17.1 days? So it's an 18-day drought resistance. Actually, this could be a leaf codes thing. They could be 6 days normally. But Bobingabout hasn't got updating this little message up here. Alright, now fair enough, fair enough. Like I say, definitely not complaining that I get a bit more out of that than I thought I would. I'm certainly not getting more out of this than I thought I would. You got 15 sitting in there. Why didn't you do something with it, mate? Oh, he's kipping. He's been like, my shift's over. It's clock off a clock. I'm kipping. Classic Ted-all. Now I'm peeking through this wee hole here, because I can see that we've got just the tiniest bit left before that sluice is in. So let me close that sluice. That means this water that's in here, well, that Ted-all's attempting to dump down into here, will only have to fill up this little bit here. Not this entire underwater bit. Because that is quite the ask for Ted-all, but surely, what Ted-all can keep that wee bit topped up. And you know what? As much as I might be wrong here, I reckon it might be an interesting little speedy up bit to see how Ted-all gets along here. Is he fighting a fruitless losing battle? Or will his hard work and determination pay off and keep all these mangroves happy and healthy? Or at least not dried up indeed. Well, with the mangroves growing, I reckon I can say Ted-all is absolutely winning the battle here. However, at 1.3k of water, Ted-all is losing us the war, so you can get paused. We officially have less than 16 days remaining, so when this all starts drying up, it will not cork it completely. Ooh, we managed to get down here. and start building this sluice. So once that sluice is in, and I replace the land on top of it, we will have a fully pressurized irrigation system underneath all 3.5 of these little rectangles here that we've got. I will say, I'm not a fan of ye sitting on your arse, Mr. Pruner. I might have to get some storage in for your goodies. Oh, and since we got the metal block storage in, we may as well get on top of that. Not forgetting our access trunk, of course. So now we're going to have our box storage and our branch storage. Just at a real casual high priority beavers. Note special. Oh, we've got our tappers! Plural, shacking away in this corner here. They're making a decent little dent in all of the pine here. You can see them. They'll slowly but surely get these all done, and hopefully by the time they're all done, some of these will be ready to pop once again. Ooh, that's right! We popped these floodgates in at the end of the last episode in a desperate attempt to try and get water to flow through here into our pool that was going to help irrigate everything. But alas, unfortunately, that didn't happen now, did it? Our fancy pants bridges to nowhere are officially over nothing. That's right! Oh, I forgot about ye! The old staircase up. I wanted to do something with this, didn't I? Yes. I kind of wanted to sort out the separation between these two water bodies. I might do that during this drought as well. Oh, I can walk up. I'm not pressing space. I'm walking up like a regular old beaver. Look at that. I was going to look at me being a regular old beaver, but bloody look at that view of wee trees with a little observatory observing. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. The only real issue is, for me to remove that, not the science points, that's not an issue. We need bloody extract. So let me come out of this bit of bad water here and plonk down a big owl. It's a big old bloody bad water rig and all. It's even a wee tree. A wee tree that can hopefully have a branch bridge stuck off the side of it. It certainly can. Oh, look at that. Bloody perfect. Oh, well, in that case then, I just need to go ahead, unpause old mate, so you can start chopping down some trees and connect a path down. Or I could just put a path around the side and not have to chop down any trees. Oh, a bloody path down there. Alright, look, we're going to chop down the trees, but it's just because I want a fancy little path using the natural staircase. But that's all down the line, medium priority stuff, that beavers. We'll get to it when we get to it. Oh look, the platforms have still got the old ingredients. 2 logs and 4 planks instead of 6 planks. And I'm just pausing me to gather our flags down here. They've picked what they can see. There is still more though. I mean, you know what? I really need to get doing it in the first person here. Look at all of these blueberries knocking about, man. We have no access to them. I mean, we do. We've got natural staircases and everything. We can access this blueberry, but not that one down there. And we could start chopping down some more trees, but I'd rather not. I'd rather see how we're doing with storage. Alright, berry storage. 667. Not half bad. Oh, I can see the grapes piling up from here. 953. And oh, there's a couple of fermented dandelions in there. You can just about see if I zoom in. But there's not that many. Only 86. And I even paused loads of these fermenters. I'm even going to pause another one, so we've only got 2 knocking about in the fermented dandelions. Because we just don't need more. Look, old mate's only got 4 dandelions to his name. But not to fear, because once these chestnuts are in, we'll be able to do fermented chestnuts. Oh, these are the chestnut trees. I clicked the maple trees. Ooh, and before I forget, like I did with these floodgates over here, we need to connect this pool into the rest of the irrigation system somehow. Otherwise, I'm just keeping water up here for no good reason. So let's strip the world away. There it is. Until we see a little bit of irrigation that's nearby. So if we want to jump into here, let's get my camera right on this blickety block. Yeah, right on so I don't get the wrong one. Right here. Turn the world back on. And then this bit of dirt here, which I shall signify by plopping a small tank on, is where we need to go down. Why aye? Just there. Oh, hang on. Can I? Can I be clever here at all? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe? Let's start off with not bothering trying to be clever or anything and just loosening some terrain and getting that going. Now our lumber presses here are still struggling with pine resin. Do we need a larger pine forest? Because I'll bloody build one if we do. Different testers. Also, how have I just noticed this? This looks very suspect. It looks like some sort of old plinth or like statue, monument, building, platform area. Look at it, man. You got the stairs up and you've still got some pillars knocking about. That may require some investigating, but not this episode. This episode, we're trying our best to keep our beavers alive. And as you can see, we need to do something about this water number here. It was up at 2,000. It was at 1.3k when we paused the water dump. I mean, my food's doing alright. Particularly with grapey grapes and with berry berries. But the water is a totally different situation. And once again, I don't want to switch these on and reduce the water level, because we have a direct connection down here now. Once we pass the sluice, of course, into here. And this very precious bit of irrigation. Now I could almost guarantee you that this would all be dried up. I mean, like, pretty much everything you see on screen now would be dried up and dying. If we hadn't have diggy hole all the way along here and popped the little sluice in. So I'm pretty darn happy with that. And will I be pretty darn happy with the sluice that's in here? I certainly will. But just in case I didn't explain it very well in the beginning of the episode, the reason that this didn't do the job is that it's actually 1.5 blocks above the hole there. So once this lake gets below this block here, we are now essentially wasting 1.5 blocks that we would have naturally got filling this little area up. So it dries up super quick after a drought. Or at least it used to. Not anymore. Look at this, man. Over halfway through a big scary drought and it's still green. Now I wanted to do some beaver on the ground reporting here. So I've been hanging about by the garden. It's officially clock off a clock, you can see there. We got stars in the sky and everything. So hopefully we can chat to some beavers as they come and try and relax. Well, the sun is now officially rising and not a single beaver came over here to talk to us. I swear I've seen loads of them over this one as well, you know. This one was proper bouncing, but they must have seen me waiting. I wanted to ask them how they felt about the whole, there still being some green ground over here. Look, we're even getting trees. 21% of the apple. I forgot we're eating apples. Oh, bloody apples. We're going to have so much food. But if we are doing apples, I was going to say if we're doing apples, we need to pop another large warehouse on, but we didn't. We just need to assign it. But I will, real casually, build another spare warehouse on top. Nah, I'm joking with you, peeps. It's never going to be a spare warehouse, because this laddie will have fermented chestnuts in it. Tell you what, like, our box of rock situation is not the best, like, is it? We're almost down to the water level where you can sit and contemplate as the box of rocks passes your statue. Look at her whooshing doing there, completely submerged. And that leaves us sometimes with absolutely zero power. So I think it might be wise not only to pause 4 of these little bloody lumber presses here, because we don't have enough pine resin for basically one of them, never mind 2 of them that I'm going to leave running, but also up the priority of these little batteries up the tippity top here. Oh, my beavers have loosened the terrain down here. Let's watch them bang it out. And then we'll be able to see if I was correct with where it is. I was! Look! There's the hole! Right there! Completely now opened up to this bit pool here. Which makes us think, you know, is this the right thing to do with the floodgates? Or can I achieve the same thing by, say... I need to chop down trees. Beavers, come rip up these trees real quick, please. But to test with, I'm going to put these down to 0. And what I'm hoping will happen is the water will go down this middle bit, down here, fill this up, but also go around the corner, fill this up, and also go down here and fill this up. You know what, I've had a bit of a think, and then I've changed my mind. Ye deed trees can stay there for now, because I want to loosen all of this terrain here and gone proper mental with it. Have water coming down here, splashing off, going both ways, as well as going down there. I think that will work. And it's perfect because it's lined up with a fancy split staircase here. And since we're going to need more shovels than we've got for that, I think it's only right to delete this bad lad. Well, once this builder gets the last shovel out, because that way we can get amongst picking up all of this fancy rubble, which we will reuse and demolish in these natural overhangs. Since the tool factory doesn't require power, we'll plop it over here. Now, I'm not in a massive rush to get this all up and running, because it's not going to work properly until we get this tunnel up. And as I said earlier, that tunnel, look at what we've got with shovelers here, plopping the shovels in. Well, that tunnel is not going to happen until this bad lad's in. And we are a ways away from getting that in. Well, yeah, now for now, I've got enough to be flapping about with this whole section. And whether through the other side of this sluice, there's enough water to keep everything irrigated. And I'm seeing here that we've got 7 out of 15 pine resin in both of these lumber presses. And inside the tapper's shack, 18, just been tucked out to 9 out of 50. And 19 out of 50 here. So to me, that says we're going to impose 2 more lumber presses and maybe get more than 1 plank at a time on this little menu up here. Alright, taking stock, we've got 7.9 days remaining of this drought. We have 542 water, 2.1k food. I reckon we're going to make it through. Not a matter. The only thing I'm not sure we got 8 days worth of here is water. So I'm going to play it deed risky. Turn on 3 water slurpers and unpause an entire house. Or 2. And then that definitely made me slightly scared, so I'm unpausing another 2 water slurpers. Oh, and the reason that made me a tad scared is because I am going to end this episode with a big old-fashioned speedy up bits. Now, my recent history with speedy up bits in touch and go situations is we start sliding rapidly towards go. But I've got confidence in our leaf coats. You can see the observatory bobbing about there. You can see they're building any amounts of storage for whatever they need next. And before the temperate season starts and the episode ends, I want to say I hope you're as keen as I am to get back into wee trees like. Next episode, we're going to be sorting our water situation. I know there's a couple of years that have been desperately wanting us to get some proper water slurpage on the crack. And something I am curious about as well is how many of you thought I was actually going to get to the end of this episode without all of my beavers carking it. I was genuinely on like a 70-30, 70% chance I would get through, 30% chance I wouldn't, and honestly about 40% of that 70% was pure hopes and dreams. Oh, but we somehow made it. Well, I say somehow made it. Basically, all of the genius thinking that I'd done in the last episode, which I cannot remember now because it was that long ago, paid off. But we've actually kept the irrigation system irrigating. It's all green. I mean, don't get us wrong, when I'm actually saying this in the video, it might have all dried up by now. But while I'm recording this, the berries and the grapes and the dandelions are all nice and green. And I can't even wait until the next episode, like, our irrigation pressure system is going to be up and running. It's going to be our first test. Oh, it's going to be so good. We're going to get so much done. We might actually be able to breathe easy on this map. For a bit, at least. But anywho, I am officially waffling. I hope you have enjoyed this well overdue episode of Wee Trees. And hopefully, I'll see you again next week. Toodaloo.